TDS 2024 was gonna happen, but nobody expected it to be like this. Weekly updates that included 6 events, 7 new towers, countless numbers of reworks, insane features that enraged the community, all of that in 52 weeks kept TDS in the #1 spot for Roblox TD games. How did they manage to transform the worst update schedule that constantly got clowned into a beast for content? Did they just become a cash grab game? Is TDS going to be able to hold up this consistency? Well, to understand 2024, join me on TDS's journey that starts at the end of 2023, Lunar Overture. Why here? Well, as one of TDS's worst events in history, it set an outlook for 2024. Now, Krampus did save the reputation slightly with a surprisingly good event, but as usual, we were expecting delayed and buggy updates for the following year. As January 1st rolled around the corner and Krampus Revenge was ending, TDS kicked off the year with Trapper, a Crook Boss rework, and content creator skins, setting in motion a weekly update streak we did not expect. That unfortunately started off by creating subpar events. The first event, as you know, being part of Roblox's sad excuse of an event, the Hunt. The classic map with core blocks Deathwalker for a boss was weird but still enjoyable, but at least TDS included a somewhat balanced event. While it wasn't anything insane, it stood out amongst the garbage around it. For several months after that, updates with reworks and events dropped, some more polished and refreshing than others. As April rolled around the corner, we got an event. The Skibidi Toilet event, while amusing, was never adjusted with advice from game balancers, so the damn near impossible event was quickly forgotten once it ended, letting a new tower take the spotlight. For years, the community was waiting, and we finally received a level 150 reward, Mercenary Base. That, along with a new game mode that introduced new healing enemies and mission challenges that changed the way we earn skins, was a pleasant surprise. TDS was on an absolute roll this year with nothing stopping them. How could they mess up? Well, I have that answer for you. Consumables. This update was a turning point for the game, not because we had new items to assist gameplay, it's because of TDX. The conflicts between communities over consumables and the rising accusations of cash grabbing did not help with tickets, the wheel spin, Mako DJ, and the expensive admin game pass, and the battle passes. But all of that was trickling into the updates throughout the year. Consumables really started to tear players apart. The horrific backlash forced TDS to try to cover it up, but the damage was done. Very few had positive outlooks on TDS at this time, and this negative view was plunged even farther with the classic event. Unbalanced and unfinished, this event had 5 stages to it, each being harder than the last, or that was the idea. You know how that went. But I want to highlight a fact everyone keeps overlooking about official Roblox events. Devs are given about 2 weeks of notice, no plan, having to drop their work that they were focusing on to crank out something for Roblox to use for the event. Anyways, at this point, TDS was, in the best way I can put it, cooked. Not even halfway through the year, and these weekly updates slowly became more and more disappointing, but suddenly, a light. A purple light. What's that noise? Oh, right, the Fallen rework, and it brought Hidden Wave back as well, the most infamous wave in TDS. This rework of Fallen was strong, polished, and set the stage for a second era of TDS, the comeback. Everyone loved the puzzle to find Hidden Wave. For the most part, the community was happy with the difficulty ramp in the game modes. The devs continued the streak of fire updates, with one of the best DPS towers being added to the game, hands down, Gatling Gun. The FPS aspect added a unique feature to the gameplay, and with all these quality updates, we had high hopes leading all the way up to October. To come out of 2024 with a bang, these last 2 events would determine everything. The pressure was really on, considering Halloween events have been ass since 2022. So on October 23rd, we found out if that was going to be the case for a 3rd year in a row. TDS gave us 2 new event towers, an actually balanced event, cutscenes, revamped lobby, and the most controversial progression system, a battle pass. Now let me step aside for those who hate the idea of a battle pass. A few words, you ungrateful shit. You might be wondering why I haven't commented on TDS's pricey game passes, plushies, money-focused updates, etc. all that much. It's because any developer can clearly see why it's necessary to be, lack of a better term, greedy. There's a team of like 20 devs. This shit isn't cheap. Roblox takes 30% of their earnings, and plushies aren't super reliable. When you're on the level of a dev team that Paradoxum Games is, you need to make bank to crank weekly updates out. So that's why it pisses me off when players complain about a measly $5 battle pass. Dog, there's a free part. You're playing a free game on Roblox for fun. Aside from that, everyone loved Hexscape. It had 3 polished nights and interactive features, so TDS decided to squeeze in the most random collab after that. Scratch that. The second most random collab Paradoxum could come up with. Please donate X TDS. It was there. I don't have much to say about it. It was jammed in the corner of the lobby. It was a unique path style. There was money. It was fun, I guess. But it was immediately ignored by the final event of the year, Operation Ice. The announcement of Frost Spirit coming back, Paradoxum Games knew they had to live up to the Frost Invasion hype, which they tried to deliver on December 16th. We were given 2 new towers, an onslaught of emotes, stickers, name tags, skins, consumables, and a sledger rework. Frost Spirit even came back on a 3-lane map, Outpost 32, and we finally got to see an admin unit that was leaked like 3 years ago. Operation Ice added a shield system and Santa nuking your towers into the gameplay. TDS delivered with their promise of Frost Spirit with a pretty well-rounded event, and the community was pretty happy with Operation Ice, ending off an eventful year. Even if there was some rough spots, TDS brought tons of new content, features, and with all of this new content, I can only imagine the massive updates for 2025. No one else is massive. Anyways, I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to TDS continuing to innovate with unique updates for the TD genre on Roblox. Here's to 2025. I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.